Her answer wasn't supposed to shake the room. But when she said two simple words, Viper 1, a hardened Navy SEAL dropped his drink and froze as if he'd seen a ghost. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. It began in a dimly lit bar near a naval base, the kind of place where stories are traded like currency and pride hangs thicker than the smoke in the air. A woman sat quietly at the counter, her leather jacket worn, her eyes steady. She didn't stand out, at least not until the group of off-duty SEALs noticed her. One of them, broad-shouldered and loud, leaned over with a grin. "What's your call sign?" he teased, expecting silence, maybe a joke. The bar chuckled along, half interested in the exchange. She hesitated. For years, she had kept that part of her life buried. But something in his tone, mocking, dismissive, pushed her past the line. Her voice cut through the noise like a blade. Viper 1, the laughter died, glasses stilled mid-air, and in that silence, the SEAL's drink slipped from his hand and shattered against the floor. His face drained of color, because he knew that name. Everyone in his world did. She thought she'd never see him again. She was wrong. The bar seemed to lean in closer, the air heavy with questions. Conversations stalled, leaving only the hum of neon lights and the faint tremble of a jukebox switching tracks. The SEAL's eyes locked onto hers, disbelief wrestling with recognition. "You can't be serious," he whispered. But deep down, he already knew. Once, in a desert half a world away, Viper 1 had been more than a call sign. She was the shadow in the dust storm, the guardian angel that entire platoons whispered about. She led operations no one spoke of aloud, missions carved into classified files, missions that left hardened men forever changed. And here she was, sitting quietly in a bar, sipping water like the past never happened. The SEAL's hands trembled. He remembered the night his unit had been surrounded, when escape seemed impossible. Gunfire rained, hope dimmed, and then, her voice crackled over comms. Calm, certain, commanding. "Hold your ground. I've got you." Moments later, explosions lit up the horizon, her team striking with precision that tore open a path to survival. Men who thought they'd die in the dust were led home because of her. Now across the bar, the weight of that memory broke him. He wasn't looking at a stranger anymore. He was staring at the reason he was alive. Murmurs rippled through the crowd as realization spread. Patrons leaned in, whispering, their eyes darting between the woman and the soldier who had frozen before her. The bar's energy shifted, mockery replaced by reverence, laughter by awe. The SEAL finally stood, voice unsteady. "You saved us." She met his gaze, her own steady, though her hands betrayed a faint tremor. She had buried those missions, those nights under layers of silence. But seeing the gratitude etched in his face, she realized something she had long forgotten. Her sacrifices hadn't disappeared. They lived on in the lives she had touched. Around them men removed their caps. A quiet respect filled the air. In that humble bar, a hidden history resurfaced, no longer buried in classified files, but living in the breath of those who survived because of her. She rose slowly, offering a nod, not a speech. Heroes, after all, never needed to announce themselves. The SEAL swallowed hard, his voice breaking as he said, "I owe you everything." And for the first time in years, she allowed herself a small smile, not of pride, but of peace. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And sometimes, the loudest truths are spoken in the quietest rooms, when the past refuses to stay silent. Thank you for listening to this story. If it moved you, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that reveal the hidden courage among us.